G'day FSG, how you doing?
Morning, Args. How's it going?
Yeah, good. Just hang on a second. Just 1 minute. Right, that's better. Just had to put my sunglasses on. Those legs. You need to see a bit more Aussie sun, mate.
Well, you know, in Scotland they say you need a week to go from light blue to white in the sun, so I'm probably at that stage.
You're fair enough. Fair enough. It's looking good though. Right, we're not here to talk about our fashion sense. We're here to do some farming. What's on the cards today?
So we've got our last field, field 1, sitting doing nothing, and we did talk about getting into animals, didn't we? So we've got a sheep pasture to put down there and to prep the field for grass. But equally, one of the local farmers heard we were getting some sheep, and he's got a grass field that he just needs the grass rid of so he can plant in it. So he's said if you can bale the grass and take it away, he'll let us have it. So I think we've got to do that as well, which means leasing some equipment.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So it's quite nice of him to come in and offer that. But yeah, he was just going to plough the grass in anyhow. So win-win for us.
That's right. It was going to be a relatively quiet episode up until that point because we've done all the planting. Everything's prepped and ready for just growing over the next few months. So yeah, we were going to be twiddling our thumbs anyway.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We were going to buy some hay. Nothing like this came about, so it's working out well. So one of us is going to go and sort out a mower, and the other of us is going to go plough that field and get it ready to plant, get the sheep pasture constructed, and get things underway at that end. And then once we're mowing, we can start tedding and windrowing.
Yep, that sounds good.
Awesome.
Pick your poison, mate. What would you like to do?
Well, if you don't mind, I'll take responsibility for the sheep pasture. Apparently I'm good with sheep, so might as well make it my job.
That's the rumour.
So I've heard. So yeah, I'll go sort out their home and make sure they're comfortable, and you can go do some mowing.
Sounds good. Are we going to plough that field or not? Or we can direct seed into it. I think one of our seeders is a cultivator, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll suss it out. I'll go get the sheep pasture down, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to do. It does need ploughing.
Right.
Does need ploughing. So if we want to get our best grass off it, we might give it a quick plough.
That's a good point.
There we go.
All right, I'll go and see if I can find a mower.
All right. Good luck. Have fun. Catch you soon.
Cheers, buddy.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Aussie Farms with a very shall we say, pale some guy. But we're going to go and get our sheep all set up today. That is the aim of the game, and it is exactly what we're going to try and do. Now, I was going to just wander over to the other field, but I reckon we'll take this over. We'll take a plough with us, and we may as well go and plough it. I reckon that will be the best thing to do. We do want to get the best we can out of the field, so we put this plough. Shouldn't take too long to get through it, and then we can get it seeded, and well, at the very least, get it prepped to seed, and we can get the pasture put down and everything else done. Get some sheep down there, which will be good. Be exciting. Get some sheep on the farm. So we'll head on down. We'll go and have a look, figure out the best place to put our sheep pen down. Take a look at that, get that done, and then we'll get on to some ploughing and planting. Alright, so here we are. This is our field down here, field number 1, which is just next to the main farmyard over there. Obviously, we're not using that farmyard. We might look to lease it out, see if there's any other farmers around who want to make use of it, but we are going to set up for our sheep. Sheep are obviously really good, apart from needing a bit of hay. Are pretty low maintenance, really. Keep them fed, keep them watered, and they'll produce some wool for us, which once we get into our productions, our textiles and merchandise production, we might need them. So what I'm thinking, we'll just take a quick look here at our build menu. I'm just going to have to take out a bit more of a loan because FSG's spending all our money on leased equipment. But let's go and have a look at the sheep pen and figure out where it's going to go. We've got this rather large outdoor sheep pasture. It's pretty big, it's pretty open. It takes 500 sheep, which is going to be perfect for us. You can see there $36,000. Compare it to the others, 65 sheep for $97,000. So really pretty good value for the number of sheep we can put in there. But obviously, we are going to have to extend that loan a little bit to be able to afford getting these and to buy some sheep as well. But I was thinking, we put it down just here, pretty close to this access way. It's pretty close to the shed. We can put some bales over. We can install the bales over in the barn. In fact, I wonder, let's just actually go down. I can't remember where there's a... It's looking where the barn is. Maybe actually we're better off putting it down here, in this corner. So we just spin ourselves around. We can put the... put everything in that barn there. Our bales stored there and come straight through. In fact, that's going to work out much better, isn't it? thinking out loud, thinking on our feet. So we're going to grab a bit more of a loan and we will get this all set up and built and get into plowing the rest of the paddock. And then we can start getting ready for the grass in here. Alright, so we've taken out an extra $50,000 loan, and I reckon we put this right here. A little bit of space up the top there against that drainage ditch, but there is a field access down that side, but we can actually spin around. We put the bales in that shed there, we can just go straight through from that, and that'll work out pretty well for access to be and getting in here, feeding them and everything like that. So, here we go. It's that placed, and that is the home for our sheep. We're just going to take a quick look at that with the drone. There we go, you can see a little bit of space around there. I might just quickly run around with the landscaping tool, paint a bit of grass, paint a bit of a track in there. Ironically, I didn't even think about that, but it's actually taken on the field texture underneath instead of the grass. So we might just run the paintbrush across that and get rid of that. A little bit more, it's going to cost us a little bit to do that, but let's sort that out. Just make sure it looks all nice and neat before we get down here and get the sheep put in here. Alright, and there we go, we've managed to get that tidied up. I sold it and replaced it again. I think, hopefully, this is a multiplayer bug, but hopefully those textures will sort themselves out once they come back in. But we did have a couple of issues, obviously, when we painted it. We got lost all the grass through here, and then you could only paint meadow grass. So we sold it, rebuilt it, and I think we've probably ended up with about the same money. We used a little bit of creative accounting, but it's going to work out pretty well, I think. So, that done. We've got a decent amount of field left in here, so I'm going to go jump on the tractor, we'll get this ploughed, and then we'll make a plan whether we plant it today, save it for another time. We probably need to try and get it planted. Won't take long with those big planters, so we'll see how FSG gets on with the mowing, and otherwise we will get things organised up this end. So, get things unfolded here. We will just make a start racing around the field. Like I said, it's not going to take us too long. Still, we're going to get a decent amount of hay off this once we need to. Be interesting to see how much hay we do get off this field that we are leasing, or that we're taking the grass off. It's right down in the very far corner of the map over that way, so yeah, we'll get down there and have a look obviously once we get into things, but let's just lower that down and make a start on some ploughing. There we go, everything's looking all pretty good for us here. Trying to decide which way the best way to do any GPS is. I think we'll just set it up on this edge, probably the longest edge, but possibly with the position of the sheep pen now, it might not be in quite the best spot, but here we go. Is that going to be... No, haven't done it for long enough yet. That again. Should we go the 15 metres to get the second point down? And there we are. That's done. Check our lines, widths, everything's perfect. Right, well, we'll just jump quickly into time lapse, get this done, and move on to the next task. Alright, field ploughed. That did not take very long at all. Note to self, don't try and do other things while you're trying to drive in a straight line, because you do end up having to back up and miss things, but there's going to be a decent chunk of grass in there. So I reckon FSG's racing through the ploughing, but I reckon we'll go and get the planter, because there's no point to do anything other than until he's finished mowing. There's no point us jumping in and doing any tenure or anything like that. We can get the field all done, and then we'll do that. Of course, we're limited with tractors actually. We have 8Rs doing a lot of the work. Got a 7R as well, but do the 8Rs as well. So anyhow, we'll let us head on in this way, go back to the yard, and we'll go and grab the planter. Well, that's a little bit of a problem. We can't plant grass in June. I'm going to get in here and get this done. So that answers that question. Let's have a look at the growth menu. And, well, June, July, August. So we're going to have to wait till September until we can actually start planting. So we'll go get this back. We were going to have to plant without any fertiliser, and we were using the bigger air cut and air seeder just because it had more seed in it than the other one. So I guess we'll have time now to get some fertiliser and everything like that sorted out, and some more seed, and possibly use the other seeder, but that's something to worry about in the next 3 or 4 months. So let us head on over to the yard. We'll go give FSG a yell, see what he needs a hand with, and go and help him out. Alright, well, Mower's back. I'm guessing that means FSG's finished doing that and has got onto tedding. I can't see a windrower around anywhere, so we'll give him a yell and see what he's up to, see what he needs us to do to give him a hand. Argsy to FSG.
Hey, Args.
So, a little bit of a problem. I can't plant grass until September, so I'm now free to give you a hand with the grass.
Excellent. Well, that just justifies us having a chat with that other farmer and taking his grass off him then, doesn't it?
Yeah, it certainly does. It certainly does. So, what do you need me to do?
I am mid-tedding. I've got a very wide tedder though, so I shouldn't take too long to get this done, so you could probably grab a windrower and head on down. Okay,
sounds good. I'll see you down there soon.
Cool.
Alright, there you go. We are windrowing. Now, I think, a little bit cheaty, but we are leasing equipment, but I think FSG's got store deliveries, delivering it right here to the yard, which is a little bit handy. So I think he's obviously got one of the 8Rs. I might jump in the 7R, give that a spin, and we'll head on down and do some windrowing. Now, the joys of all this is I get to pick which windrower I want to use. So let's just have a look here in our options. He said he had quite a big tedder. Got a few options in here. We've actually, this Schnickel V-Rake is a mod. It is a Aussie Farms one. It's made by someone in the Aussie farming community. So I reckon this could be a good one to go. Good chance to use it. Can't say I've used it before. So it's got the oversize on the back. So let's give that a lease. Be cheap too, $2,000. And we'll go down and see what sort of job this does windrowing. It's fair to say that is a pretty sizable windrower. So we'll head on down. We are all the way, like I said before, all the way down in the bottom corner of the map. So we're going to head down the farm track and follow it all the way down. Might have to take the little ford crossing across the stream down here, and then we should be able to find the field down that way. So let's get down there and make a start on this. Alright, well here we are. This is our grass field, so you can see FSG's. It's actually, there's a lot of hay going to come off this. And like you said, he's got a big tedder. Now, I wonder how big this is. Let's get this unfolded, and I might try and set some GPS up, do some up and down rows, and we might go around and do the headlands afterwards. Then we obviously know we're going to get a much better job. But is that as wide as it goes? Let's be as wide as it goes. Still, not a bad width, is it? Let's see, make sure we can't use any mouse controls. In fact, we probably won't be able to because they're all going to clash with the controls on the tractor. I'll figure out what it is I'm trying to say. Right, oh well. Let's set this up along here, and we'll do a pass along the edge, and we'll get into it. Pretty impressive. Okay, get lowered down. Start windrowing. Not a bad bit of kit. Right, try and do some GPS along here, and that will give us some nice rows, so we'll be able to get everything nice and accurate and clean as we keep on going. Now, is it going to pick up our width? It has. Perfect. Alright, well, let's carry on, get this done. And it's a big size windrow. Look at it. It's impressive. Right, like I said, let's carry on and get this all finished so we can get on to some baling. Alright, well that's all the grass, all the hay, I should say, windrown. And we have ended up with some massive swaths. Look at the number of bales, FSG's down here already. The number of bales is getting off each pass. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bales. And what size are these? They are 7,500 litres, so we're getting 35,000 litres each pass. That's nuts. Right. Guess we better get back and go and sort out figuring out how we're going to load these and get them out of the field. Right, hooked up here to the Argsy bale stacker, the last piece of equipment we have to lease, I think, to try and get this hay all finished. So we'll head on down, see how many bales we can get picked up and transported up in the shed for the sheep, and then with that all done, we'll just about be ready to start buying the sheep, getting the sheep wool. So long as we've got some money left, we'll shoot through it pretty quick, leasing all this equipment. Might even have a look and see what the price of hay is, and maybe we could sell some of it just to cover a little bit of cost, because the amount we're getting off these fields, huge. Anyhow, let's get back on down and start getting some bales loaded up and out of there. Alright, well here we are. So if we get this all unfolded, there we go, the loading elevator down on the side, we should be able to bring along past. First bale thrown up and get loaded up. So let's just go and see. I can't remember how many this takes. Is it about 20, 24? Might be 20. Must be 24. No, it must be less than 24. I'll do my percentages in my head. Don't want to move back. There's 21% and it's 3, so 5 times that. 15. So it must be 14. It must be 14. Anyhow, let's get this one loaded up and get it down to the yard, go and put it into the barn and get moving from there. One thing we talked about last time is we're actually going to need some method to be able to handle the bales back at the barn, get them into the sheep's pen. We don't have a telehandler, we don't have a skid steer or anything like that, and a front loader, so might be something else put on a Christmas wish list. Anyhow, let's carry on, get this loaded up. There we are, first 14 out of here. 7,500 litres each, so there's what, there's about 100,000 litres of hay on there. We're going to keep these sheep fed pretty well, considering the look across there. There's still a fair few bales come off. So get back, get them unloaded, and get back down here for the next one. So fingers crossed I can unload into this. I hadn't really thought about the fact we need to tip it up on its end, get into this barn, but let's see. Back it into here, whether we can make it work or not. I'm optimistic. Got enough height clearance. I'm going to get back in here and Press that button there. It's going to unfold. There we go. Everything up. Let's keep an eye on the height there. It's going to show it. Easy. Right. Now I just need to try. Back up as best we can. And there we go. Drop that there. There we go. Done. Happy days. Oh, we did manage to catch one. That was actually closer than I thought. But yeah, that's good. It will reset. It will fold it back up, and we'll go again. Done. All right, happy days. Right, let's keep going.
More bales than we thought here, Args.
I'll tell you what, if the farmer who let us use this field sees how many we got up here, he's probably going to ask us to pay him.
That's right. That's right. What do you want to do? There was 67 bales in total, although it looks like a lot more than that.
Okay.
Do you want me to grab another trailer, or do you think you'll get through these?
Nah, there's only 3 more loads, so probably not worth it. But I was going to suggest if you wanted to go and pick up a livestock trailer, you could go buy some sheep.
Alright, I'll do that. How many do you want me to buy?
As many as you can for $20,000.
Whatever we've got left money-wise.
Yeah. Yeah, just, I don't know. We're going to need a water trailer, I suppose, at some stage. At least we get some plumbing put in. All those irrigation ditches, we probably get some plumbing put in.
We probably could, couldn't we? Yeah. Alright, yeah, no, I'll do that. No worries.
Alright, there's some very nice Aussie-style livestock trailers you might find useful.
I have seen them. I'll just lease it, though, because once they're in, we're not going to move them, are we?
I might take 1 or 2 for a date somewhere, but I won't need a truck for that.
No. Surely they get to ride up front with you, eh?
Exactly.
Alright,
right, you can
I'm
do
on
that. Alright. 67, and we take 14 a pop. So what does that mean? I'm trying to do my maths now. 5 loads? 50... Yeah, that's 70. 5 loads would be 70, so we should just get them in 5 loads. We've done 1, this is number 2. We'll be 3 more to go, which shouldn't take us too long. Race through getting these done. FSG's going to go and grab us some sheep, get them put in the pasture, and we'll be able to feed them. In fact, does raise that question that I did ask about how we're going to feed them, but maybe we'll drop a few bales off in the feed trigger so we don't have to worry about it as we're going past on one of the loads. Maybe the last load. There's a few less. We can do that. Anyhow, let's carry on, get these last few picked up and delivered down to the shed. Oh, look at that. Here's our sheep. I should go back and enjoy this momentous occasion, but we need to get these bales in. So we'll head on back down. Good load of sheep though. FSG has spent all but $201 of our money, so hopefully we don't get stung too much with leasing charges. We're also going to have interest charges accruing over the next wee while, so it could be a lean few months here on the farm until we can get some crops into the silos and get them sold, so stay tuned for more. This could be interesting. Here we go, it's our last bale. 13. Could have worked out much better. We tried one more bale and we would have had a perfect number, but that meant, FSG said we had 67, that means 69. We've taken, 5 loads of 14 would be 70. And we've got 1 load with 1 short, so 69. Nice round number of bales. We'll get this one back. I'm going to unload this load into the trigger for the sheep because we don't actually have any way to handle any bales at the moment, so we can't pick them up and get them out of the barn or anything like that. I was thinking we might need to get a wheel loader, a skid steer, something like that, but I think having seen this big stack of bales, anyway we're actually going to get them from the top is with the telehandler, so that might be something else to add to our shopping list when we can afford to. Or we go hand in hand to the bank and ask for a little bit more money. See how far we can push them. But that's all worked out really well. What a great opportunity there from the neighbour to be able to go down and take the grass off that field before he wanted to plough it in. So that's worked out pretty well. Anyhow, let's get ourselves back down to the farm and we'll go and meet some of these sheep. Alright, well here we are, and a very intelligent FSG. I completely forgot we had that trailer. I could probably use that to feed the give the sheep some water. I was thinking we were going to have to buy a water trailer, but alas, we do not. Now, I need to figure out exactly where the feed trigger is for these. We might just actually bring up our triggers and just make sure. I'm assuming it's going to be in front of one of those troughs, but let's just have a double check before we go and dump it somewhere. And there it is, where I thought it would be. So let's just put ourselves forward. We'll unload these here. Not sure how many of them they're going to take, but no doubt as we progress, or we're going to get caught on the fence. Ah! Unorthodox. Very unorthodox. Not sure what's going to happen when we press the last unload. Damn it. That didn't quite go how I planned.
It'll buff out, don't worry.
It'll buff out at least, it's going back.
It's filling up.
That's the key thing.
Yeah, we've got enough of the feed troughs, so that'll do. We can shift them later on.
Indeed.
Look at them tucking in. They're very happy.
Getting into it, aren't they? Good. Now you didn't spare an expense on how many you got either.
No, you said whatever you can get for 20 grand.
Yeah, I did. I'm a little bit worried we're going to get some hourly rates on this leased equipment now, though.
Yeah, it's going to be quite punchy at the end of the day. We might need to go to the bank manager again. And
I was just saying we might have to go and get some money for a telehandler or something as well.
Yeah, that harvest can't come soon enough, right?
No, that's right. But it is, well, I would say it's just around the corner. We've only just finished planting, but apart from keeping these guys happy, there's probably not too much left to do until harvest time.
There isn't. You're right. So maybe next time we come along, and we might have moved on a few months.
We'll wait and see. Anyhow, that was good. For a power of work.
Yeah.
It's fastest turnaround ever from a grass field to hay.
It really was, wasn't it?
Excellent.
So on that note, I think we'll call it, won't we? But
yeah.
Have a good week, mate.
Yeah, you too. We'll see you again here, same time, same place.
Yes, indeed. Looking forward to it.
All right. Catch you later, mate. See ya.
Cheers, buddy. Bye-bye.
Well, there we go. It was it was an embarrassing way to get all those bales dumped out, but it has put some food in there. I don't know how full it is. Let's just have a quick check. Lots more capacity, so I might just grab the tractor and push some of those in because they can take a lot more than what we've just put in there. Anyhow, nice to be on the sheep empire. It's good to have these, and hopefully they will pay off with the wool that we will get off them, and obviously making a little bit of our merchandise empire. So, hope you've enjoyed that episode, something a little bit different from us, but like we said, we'll be back into the harvesting probably next time. Be skipping some time forward, coming through a few months, hence the big stack of bales here to keep these fellas, lasses, whatever they might all be, happy and fed, watered, happy, what we want. Anyhow, on that note, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed that episode from the Farm Sim Guy and myself. We'll catch you in the next one.